Welcome to Unapologetically Badass, the podcast for women over 40 who are done dimming their light. I'm your host, Renee Carbone-Fleming, coach, queen, and master of the midlife glow up. Solo chats, epic guests, no filter. Let's freaking go. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Unapologetically Badass podcast. I'm Renee Carbone-Fleming, your host, and today I am so thrilled. I have the absolute pleasure of welcoming a powerhouse who proves reinvention is possible at any stage, from crunching numbers on Wall Street to helping clients find their sanctuary in the city that never sleeps. Ellen Silverman knows what it takes to succeed in one of the most competitive markets in the world. She's sharp, she's savvy, and she's here to spill the truth about mindset, money, and making it in New York real estate. Ellen, welcome to the show.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much, Renee. It's an honor. It really is.
I'm so glad that you're here. So glad that you're here. So when we connected on Instagram, I started following you and I'm like, wow, this woman is amazing. Where did it all start? Let's go back, because you are now a real estate mogul in New York City, but that wasn't always your path.
No, not at all. It was not my path. Well, I was always very good in math growing up. I grew up in New York City, and I'm an only kid. So I think I've been always very, very independent. And I grew up with a single mom who was also very independent. And I saw her going to work every day. So I grew up with a working mom, who instilled a big work ethic in me from age 3. And I went to good schools growing up here in New York City. And I was always very good in math. So I think when I was in high school, I went to a very good, prestigious high school here in Manhattan, and I was exposed to a lot of very wealthy people. I mean, it was definitely a wide range of people that went to the school. At the time, it was in the 70s. There were, wide range of people, a diverse group, but there were a lot of wealth. And I would visit my friends in their homes, socially. And I was exposed to beautiful, beautiful real estate and beautiful decor and beautiful design. So I think that was always part of my passion, and something that I aspire to is to have a beautiful home. But I went to Carnegie Mellon. I studied math. I studied finance. I ended up working on Wall Street as an analyst for about 30 years.
Wow.
And I was a consultant the last 10 years of my time. I was an equity analyst and a business analyst, and I worked with a lot of bright people. It was very exciting being on trading floors and being around traders who went crazy, and they were volatile and angry and threw dishes and broke phones.
Oh my gosh. I can't even fathom what you saw. Is like the Wall Street movie, that's real life.
It's real life. If you saw the movie Working Girl with Melanie Griffiths and Harrison Ford, I was definitely a Melanie Griffiths.
Wow.
And I was exposed to a lot of the craziness of Wall Street, but also some very brilliant people, brilliant minds. And it was a lot of fun, and it was my entire life, really.
Wow.
Until about 2008 and 2009, during the banking crisis, and the whole industry changed. And my work got very, very boring. It wasn't as exciting. Everything had to be scrutinized and regulated, and SEC people were at our desks looking over our shoulders. And I probably should have left the industry at that time, but it was a good job. It had good income. I had benefits. Of course, I couldn't leave. And it wasn't until around 2016, at age 59, I was with a very prestigious investment bank that's no longer around, Credit Suisse, and a new CEO came in. He cleaned house. I was fired, and I couldn't have been happier, because it was really time for me to go. For a lot of reasons, I wasn't enjoying the work.
Yeah.
kind of people that were working in these banks were very, very different. A lot younger than me. A lot of foreigners came in that were very, very brilliant technically. And so it was time to go. And I'd always loved real estate. I always loved beautiful homes. I was a native New Yorker and I was good in finance.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I think real estate would be a natural fit for me. So that summer, 9 years ago, I got my license, and the rest is history.
Do you feel, I don't mean to interrupt, do you feel that there were times in your career, especially after the crazy 2008 collapse, from that point to 2016, do you now looking back, can you reflect and see that there were maybe some additional, I call them God winks, like some additional signs that you perhaps should be looking at other opportunities or maybe get you to that real estate path?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because a lot of people at work would always ask me for my real estate advice. Hey, Ellen, what do you think of this apartment? Or what do you think of that? Or did you see this new development? And
Hmm.
I was bought and sold my own apartment 3 different times. I've been a real estate investor. I've always owned my own apartment in New
Yeah.
York City. I rented the first 10 years, but then after that, I've been always owning, buying and selling.
Hmm.
So I knew from a client perspective that I really enjoyed real estate, but I didn't have it in me to become a full-fledged entrepreneur and leave a really good steady paycheck and leave the benefits and leave that world. I just wasn't ready.
Hmm.
Um, I just didn't have the wherewithal to do it.
Hmm.
And even in 2016, when I did it, I was like, God, what am I doing? No more paycheck. What am
Yeah.
I going to do?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
But luckily, I did have money in the bank, and
Hmm.
I knew that if I couldn't pay my bills, I could put my hand in the cookie jar. I didn't like doing it,
Hmm.
but I had that cookie jar,
Yeah.
and I definitely used it many times
Hmm.
during the first couple of years. It's very, very scary to leave a big company or big structure and a
Yeah.
big paycheck. It's very scary.
Yeah, but sometimes we need that awakening, that, right? So you lost your job.
Yeah,
Had you not lost your job, you may not have gone down this path, or maybe not at that time, right? But
exactly. It could have been, I could have just stayed with Credit Suisse or
yeah,
moved on to another investment bank and stayed there
yep,
for 5 years. Who knows?
yep,
And I'd be at that, 64, 65, and still working on Wall Street and still
right,
miserable.
right. And so the thing is you then took that as an opportunity to go, okay, I'm going to do something now that I'm passionate about. And you said you did it at 59.
I did it at 59. I know it's insane.
That's
Um,
not insane. I think that's so inspiring. That's what I
yeah,
love, is that you were like, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to get my license. And now I'm going to change my life.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I know. I felt like, time goes so quickly. It
Yeah.
just goes so quickly. And I didn't want to live with regret. And I saw a lot of people in real estate who were really, really successful, and as well as my age or older. And I felt like if they can do it, so can I. And if I fail, I fail.
Hmm.
If it doesn't work, if I don't like it, if I'm miserable, I'll go back to Wall Street, or I'll go back to something else more steady. But I felt that life is so short, and I didn't want to live with regret. I didn't want to be on my deathbed at age 90 saying shoulda, woulda, coulda. I
Yeah.
wish I had done that. I wish I had joined that brokerage company. I wish I had sold that apartment. And sure, when I started real estate, I made a ton of mistakes. I fell on my ass. I didn't know how to handle myself properly, even at age 59, even after working on Wall Street. There were still so many skills I had to learn, and human reactions and human communications that I
Mhm.
never had to do as an analyst. As an analyst, you're behind your desk,
Right.
doing Excel spreadsheets and answering to big people and kind of keeping your mouth shut a lot.
Yeah.
As a woman on Wall Street, you kind of zip the lip. But in this business, you got to speak up. You have to deal with people and have real conversations and have empathy and get into their mindset and really kind of be a therapist or a mother and take care of people.
Right.
Yeah.
That really is, that speaks to entrepreneurship, because everything we do as an entrepreneur, we're building relationships. And that's what you're doing. You're building relationships, right? And then when people start to like you, they start to get to know you, they trust you. This is a bit, and for you, I mean, I see it. It takes for nowadays in this culture that we're in, I find, and I share this all the time, it takes so much longer
Yeah.
to get the commitment, to get that relationship solidified.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
definitely.
you can have a cocktail and you're instantaneous, friends. Now it's like you have the cocktail, the dinner, the dessert, and you're like, when are we going to do business, right? But that's what this is, and learning that takes practice, and it takes that mindset. Like, you have such a strong, resilient mindset. How do you get that? Did you learn that, or do you feel like you've always had that?
It's a good question. I don't know where this comes from. I guess, like I said, I grew up with my mom, who had a very strong work ethic, and also a single mom. So, and then I also had my aunt and grandmother who lived nearby, and they were working women also.
Mhm.
So I think I saw all these women going to work every day and taking their work very seriously. And but as an only kid, I've always been very independent and did things my way. I think I just came out of the womb that way. I don't know where I get this from. I have a lot of curiosity and desire to learn and to try things. Sometimes I do too many things at once, and that's not
Mhm.
good either. You
Mhm.
need to focus.
Mhm.
But I've always been someone who loved to earn money and loved to work and loved to explore. And New York City has so much opportunity here. I mean, it is a big, big city, and it is fast paced and competitive and all that stuff. But it also provides so much opportunity for people whoever you are, whoever you are.
Yeah.
And so I think the city always fed my curiosity. Yeah.
And I love that. And when we spoke, we learned that we were both Capricorns. And I do
Oh, yeah.
feel, right? And I feel that our sign, our astrological sign, really, that's who we are. And so, like, all of the traits that you exhibit is like, I'm going, oh my gosh, we have so much in common. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we're spirit, we're kindred spirits.
Yeah,
And
I'm wearing my Capricorn necklace from
I love it. I
Jennifer
love it.
Miller. Not
I
Swarovski, but yeah.
That's okay. We'll hook you up with the touchstone stuff.
Yeah.
But for sure, it was, that the mentality of a Capricorn,
Yeah.
and the drive that we have, it really is true. I do believe in the signs for sure.
Yeah. 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 I mean, even like Diane Keaton is a Capricorn. She's
Hmm.
constantly reinventing
Yep.
herself,
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
do think it's a Capricorn thing. Yeah.
I do. But you had to, so going into real estate as you're getting into your 60s
Yeah.
and learning new things, like, were you on social media? Because I
Oh,
feel like, okay, so were you always comfortable on social media and posting, or is that new?
well, I was very, very, very comfortable on Instagram I've been on Instagram since 2014 and I love it. But I would post art or home decor or
Okay.
beauty or
Yeah.
buildings or jewelry or whatever,
Yeah.
never posting myself. The last couple of years, I've started to post more of myself,
Yeah.
and I hired a coach to get me out of
Good.
my
Yeah.
shell. So it is, you can fire yourself. No one else can.
Yeah, quick crown check, Queen. If you're vibing with this episode, you're exactly the type of badass I built my empire for. Whether you're building your fuck it fund, launching your brand, craving a midlife reinvention, or just want to look and feel like a million freaking bucks, I've got you. From merch that speaks your truth to digital tools, coaching, and yes, even collagen that slaps. I serve the sass, the strategy, and the sparkle to help women over 40 take up space and cash checks doing what they love. Head on over to ReneeCarbonefleming.com or tap the link in the show notes. Pick your flavor of badass and let's turn your midlife into your power era.
To get me out of my shell. So it is not comfortable for me to be on social media as me, but it's very comfortable for me to post about other things.
Yes. Yeah. And that is definitely learned, but so important because, again, the power of personal branding and you sharing, your journey with others. That's what's going to inspire them to, want to do business with you, right? What other challenges, any other challenges that you faced within, this pocket of time that you want to share?
Sure. I mean, I had to learn how to lead generate. I had to learn marketing. I had to learn how to have real conversations with people and get into their mind and have empathy and understand what they're going through when buyers want to buy or sellers want to sell. And everyone is just so stressed out. I really had to learn how to be the calm in the storm. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And what's next for you?
Oh gosh, what's next is just building my brand, generating more business, more leads. I'm also getting my Florida license because I love Miami.
Okay.
I love that market.
Yeah.
And there's so much beautiful development going on in that city. That's half the cost of Manhattan, although it is going up. But there is some incredible stuff going, beautiful design, beautiful architecture being built in Miami. And that really inspires me. So I'm getting my license. I don't know how the hell I'm going to sell in both markets. I have no clue. It's overwhelming. Yeah. But again, this is what I do. I take on things and I don't know how it's going to materialize or manifest. But I'm doing it. And I'm going to be 69 next January.
Let's repeat that. First of all, you look great. You sound great. You have the energy level of a 30-year-old. You are going to be 69 in January.
January 11th.
Wow.
I know. Well, thank you. I do work out and that helps. I lift weights with a small group of women. And New York City, we don't drive. We walk everywhere. We take subways. We're up and down steps all day long. I mean, on an average day, I'm walking 7,500 steps, and I'm not even realizing it until I get home and look at my my app.
Yeah.
So it's a city where you really are on the move and on your feet a lot. So that's good. I don't know. I mean, I try to, eat better, eat well, have more protein. I try to take care of myself as best as I can. So I think in general, people are living longer and getting healthier, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's a great thing. That's a great thing. Now to get back with Miami, have you been going to Miami for years? Is that something?
Yeah. I had a friend who used to go to South Beach every winter, and this was a while ago, even before, because now South Beach is really overbuilt and crazy. But I really did love South Beach. I loved the Art Deco district and the architecture and the design, and the hotels are beautiful.
Yeah.
And I love that it's a walkable city.
Yeah.
Definitely, you don't need a car. There's a lot happening culturally. It's diverse. I always feel like it's sort of like Manhattan, but with better weather.
Yeah.
And I love the beach and I love to swim. And it's just, it's just fun. And anything is calmer than New York City.
Yes, for sure. But Miami can be, I mean, you like fast pace. Miami is not
Oh
for,
no. Oh no, it's not. It's not Wisconsin. It's not farmland.
right,
No,
right.
I know. Miami is definitely fast paced. Absolutely. But there are, yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of different neighborhoods in around Miami and in around South Beach,
Mhm.
and you don't have to be in the busiest center, of Miami. But certainly, I could sell there. There's so much going on. But I have, yes, I have been there many times. And I was just there in May looking at some new developments that were just fantastic and so much more affordable than New York City. It's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah,
New
yeah.
York is getting just so expensive. Most of my first time home buyers are getting help from their parents.
It's crazy. It's hard everywhere, but I know it's exponentially harder in New York. Like the prices are. What is an average? So people can, put this into perspective. Give some examples of a type apartment that they can get and how much.
Yeah, well, in a good area of the city, a one bedroom can go anywhere from $900,000 up to 2 million. Two bedrooms go from like 1.5 million all the way up to 3 million. In brand new high-end luxury buildings, the one bedrooms, I've seen them start at 3.5 million.
How the hell do people afford that? Are there salaries you know, in comparison to the price?
Well, a lot of these are cash. A lot of cash deals are happening where
Really?
people are not financing. No, there's a lot of wealth here, and people can just buy with cash, or they get help
Not
from
the younger generation. I would assume the younger generation, are they getting priced out?
they're getting help from their parents. They're
Wow.
the baby boomers who have money from the stock market, and
Wow.
they're helping out their kids
Yep. Yep.
with here has have $1 million, buy a small one bedroom.
Hmm.
But you'll have to pay the common charges and taxes or maintenance every month, which also isn't cheap.
Wow.
But rentals are so sky high. Rentals are really bad. I mean, the one bedrooms in a decent building are going, you know, anywhere from 4,800 to 7,000 a month for a one bedroom. That's crazy, and you're just throwing your money out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Do you,
so
do you find, do you give it, like, do you find that it makes better financial sense? I think a lot of people are hesitant to buy because they don't know if they want to stay there long term. But financially, what is the better decision for them, especially as they're younger?
yeah, well, I think you need to figure out how long you want to be in the city. And if you want to be in the city more than 5 years, I always recommend buying a condo because you can rent it out right away and get that rental income if you don't want to be in New York anymore.
Hmm.
They also sell, the price appreciation is better for condos. The co op market, which is 20% of our market here, is more restrictive with rents, rent laws and renting out apartments. Everything has to be approved.
Gotcha.
And the laws are very restrictive for co ops. And
Mm.
that has to change. And I'm
Mhm.
actually on a committee now at Compass where we're trying to get that changed with the Real Estate Board of New York because it's ridiculous. It's preventing sales and buying and selling from happening in New York.
Yeah.
But I always say buy a condo. Maybe you don't have to buy a condo in the best area of New York. We're five boroughs.
Right.
Look at Queens, look at Brooklyn, look at the Bronx, because these boroughs are developing really quickly. And there's some really nice buildings in these outer boroughs if you can't afford Manhattan. And there's nothing wrong with being out of Manhattan. It's
Yeah.
not a crime.
Right.
You'll
Okay.
be okay.
There
I
you go.
promise.
There you go. There you go. And what advice would you have for women that, are like you, like me, where we're possibly in our 50s, in our 60s, and going, huh, what's next? Do I stay what I'm doing? What advice would you give them if they're contemplating something?
Yeah. Well, if you have a passion and you feel like you could do it, then do it. Like, don't worry about your age so much. Like, listen to your passion and what feels fun and enjoyable and pleasurable and exciting.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old you are. It just doesn't. Um and if things listen, and being an entrepreneur is not easy. You're going to have your bad days no matter what the hell it is.
Yeah.
Take a break, take a vacation, take a beach day. Just take a day, don't do anything, watch Netflix. I don't care. But take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Because it is hard. There are days, and it's a little bit of a lonely business. You're on your own a lot. You're working for yourself. Try to find friends and just to pull your hair out with, and just, hey, can you talk to me for 20 minutes? Can I vent?
Right.
So it's important to just self-care as well. And if it gets to the point where it's not working for whatever reason, there's no law. Walk away, do something else.
And that's the thing, is women understanding that it's okay to pivot. It's okay to try something and really suck at it, or it's okay to try something, be really good at it, but it doesn't convert.
Yeah.
It's okay to do something else. It is. We have one life to live, and like you had said before, you don't want to be, on our deathbed going shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, yeah. And I think, I'm a baby boomer, and I grew up with the mentality, you go to college, you do well, and then you get a job, and you stay in the job until you retire.
Yeah.
Or you have two jobs until you retire. And in my mother's time, companies were very loyal and good to their employees, and they fostered stability and loyalty. Those days are over.
Right.
I mean, look at what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
Those days are over.
Very, very true perspective.
Over. And so we're in the age of entrepreneurship with all the technology that we have at our fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
Being self-employed really is the way to go if you want to survive in the world. I really think so. You can't fire yourself.
Right.
I mean, you can fire yourself. No one else can.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I meant.
Yep.
And I can only fire myself.
Mm-hmm.
And there's strength in that. And I just think that, just being with all the social media and YouTube, and find something you love to do and create it. You could go on ChatGPT and create a website now.
Yeah. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. I love your resilience. I love that you reinvented your journey after a certain age when people are scared to do that. So you've broken those barriers, and inspiring others to do that too. And you're taking over Manhattan as the real estate mogul. So watch out, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, look at his story. I mean, I know he's a lot younger than me, but he created his company during the pandemic.
Yeah.
When everyone said, you're out of your mind. I mean, people still say to him, you're out of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And look at what he's created.
Right.
And he's so generous with giving his advice to other people.
Oh, that's nice.
He's so helpful. He has courses. He has free YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He has books. I mean, you could call him up and he will respond.
Wow.
I've gotten emails from him, personal emails from him.
Wow. Oh, that speaks volumes.
He's really walks the walk.
Yeah.
He really walks the walk. So I have such admiration for him. For he's the king of reinvention as far as I'm concerned. So
I don't know why I keep on getting stuck, but I really love when people follow their passion and they're just really good human beings. It's always nice to hear. Yeah. We see a lot of successful people that are, quite honestly, just assholes, and it's nice not to see that.
He's great. He's great, as well as my Compass managers too. I don't mean to not.
Yes.
But Compass also fosters a very collaborative environment. All the managers are super smart, responsive, answer my questions. I don't know everything. I really don't. And if I'm stuck, I send an email to someone, I get a response in 10 minutes. It's great.
I love it. I love it. So if somebody is interested in the real estate market, whether New York or Miami, or you never know, they have questions, how can they reach you? How can they find you? How can they support you?
Yeah, please reach out. I'm on Instagram, Ellen J. Silverman. My website is ellenjsilverman.com, or just go to Compass and look me up, Ellen Silverman. You'll find me. Send me a text. Any questions you have, I'm happy to assist.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your journey. Like I said, I fell in love with you when I met you online and we were having that conversation. I'm like, yep, she has to be on here and share your journey. So I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you sharing. Wish you massive, massive continued success.
Yes, thank you so much. Same to you. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
And everyone stay tuned for the next Unapologetically Badass podcast, my friends. Be sure to like and subscribe as well. Have a good day, all. Well, that's a wrap for today, Queen. If you love this episode, hit subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your fiercest friend. Stay bold, stay badass, and wear the damn crown.